This is a compilation of the top 3 most intriguing people throughout Korean history. March 1st, 1919, a young woman named Yu Gwan-sun stood at the forefront of a revolution. She was not a soldier nor a politician, but her bravery would echo through the ages. Japan's annexation of Korea in 1910 was a dark period marked by cultural suppression and harsh colonial rule. The Korean people were stripped of their rights, their language, and their freedom. But in the face of such oppression, the spirit of resistance burned brightly. Yu Gwan-sun, at a young age, joined the ranks of those willing to risk everything for their nation's independence. On that fateful March day, Yu Gwan-sun organised a demonstration in her hometown of Cheonan. Thousands gathered, chanting for independence, inspired by her courage. But the peaceful protest was met with brutal force. The Japanese authorities cracked down, arresting Yu and many others. Her parents were killed in the chaos, but this only strengthened her resolve. Imprisoned at Seodaemun prison, Yu Gwan-sun faced unimaginable circumstances. The Japanese interrogators sought to break her spirit, but she remained unyielding. Even in the darkest hours, she continued to inspire her fellow prisoners, organising secret meetings and singing songs of freedom. Her resilience was a beacon of hope. Despite enduring inhumane conditions, Yu never faltered. She famously declared, "Even if my fingernails are pulled out, my nose and ears ripped off, and my legs and arms are broken, this physical pain does not compare to the anguish of losing my nation." These words were not just a testament to her personal fortitude, but a clarion call to her people. Yu Gwan-sun died on September 28, 1920. Today she is remembered as a martyr and a national hero, a young girl whose undying love for her country changed the course of history. Yu Gwan-sun's life teaches us that true courage is standing firm in our convictions, even when faced with the greatest of trials. She makes us wonder, what would you be willing to stand for? And there you have it, extraordinary life of Yu Gwan-sun. In the shadows of the secretive state of North Korea, let's unravel the enigma of Kim Jong Un, a man whose story is as fascinating as it is complex. Born on January 8, 1984, in the heart of Pyongyang, the third and youngest son of Kim Jong Il and Ko Yong-hoi, his path to power was set from birth. But it was his upbringing that would shape his destiny. In the mid-1990s, amidst the opulent peaks of Switzerland, Kim Jong Un, under a shroud of secrecy, was reported to have attended the private school of Bern through an alias. Here, he walked amongst his peers, a silent observer, his true identity concealed from even his closest companions. But within these walls, he absorbed knowledge that would later fuel his ambitions. In the early 2000s, he returns to North Korea and continued his education, possibly at Kim Il-sung Military University. In 2009, Kim Jong Un is appointed to a mid-level position in the National Defense Commission, signalling his father's choice of a successor promoted to 4-star general in 2010. And named Vice Chairman of the Central Military Commission of the Workers' Party of Korea. He also became a member of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party. It was the sudden passing of his father, Kim Jong-il, on the 17th of December 2011, that thrust Kim Jong-un into the spotlight of leadership. In the wake of his father's demise, Kim Jong-un assumed the mantle of power, where his reign would be defined by both ambition and ruthlessness. In a move that sent shockwaves through the political landscape, Kim Jong-un executed his own uncle, Yang Song-thak, in December of 2013. As his uncle was considered one of the most powerful figures in North Korea at the time and had a significant influence within the regime, this solidified his grip on power and sent a chilling message to any who dared challenge his authority. Yet, amidst the facade of strength, moments of vulnerability emerged. In March of 2014, Kim Jong Un vanished from public view with no clear reasoning, sparking global speculation about the stability of his regime. In April of 2018, against a backdrop of tension and uncertainty, that Kim Jong Un defied expectations, stepping onto South Korean soil to meet with the president Moon Jae-in, a historic gesture that hinted at the possibility of peace in the Korean peninsula. The 2018 summits were initially seen as a breakthrough in inter-Korean relations, significantly reducing tensions and raising hopes for lasting peace and denuclearization. However, the momentum slowed down in the subsequent years due to various factors. Today, the legacy of Kim Jong Un is one of contradiction and consequence. While he has sought to modernize his nation, Kim Jong Un's regime remains marred by human rights abuses and a stranglehold on information, perpetuating a cycle of oppression. His pursuit of nuclear weapons has drawn the ire of the international community, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the region and beyond. And there you have it, the enigmatic life of Kim Jong Un, Admiral Yi Sun-sin, the genius who defied impossible odds. Few figures in Korean history rival the stature of Admiral Yi Sun-sin. Born in 1545 during the Joseon dynasty, Yi embodies not only military brilliance, but also resilience and unwavering dedication to his homeland. In 1592, the Japanese warlord Toyotomi Hideyoshi launched a full-scale invasion of Korea, intending to use it as a stepping stone to conquer China. The Japanese forces were relentless and well-equipped. They swiftly captured key cities and pushed northward, leaving devastation in their wake. Yi Sun-sin had a deep understanding of both the geography of Korea and the capabilities of his fleet. As the commander of the Jeolla Left Navy, he designed the famous Turtle Ship, or Geobukseon, an armoured warship with iron spikes on its deck and a fearsome dragon's head at its prow, capable of spewing fire and cannonballs. Using a tactic known as the crane wing formation, he encircled and decimated the enemy fleet, capturing or destroying over 70 Japanese ships while losing none of his own. In 1597, due to political machinations and jealousy, he was unjustly imprisoned and stripped of his command. However, when the Japanese launched a second invasion later that year, the court had no choice but to reinstate him. At the Battle of Myeongnyang, Yi used the treacherous currents of the strait to his advantage and achieved his most astonishing feat, facing a fleet of 300 Japanese ships with only 13 of his own. Through cunning and determination, he inflicted devastating losses on the enemy, showcasing resilience in the face of adversity. In 1598, during the final stages of the war, Yi was fatally wounded by a stray bullet in the Battle of Noryang. His last words were emblematic of his selflessness. "The battle is at its height. Do not announce my death." And there you have it, Admiral Yi Sun-sin, the genius who defied impossible odds. If you enjoyed this content, you may like this video on the entire history of Korea in less than 15 minutes.